Hello everyone and welcome to Tabor Talk. I was going to do this without my glasses, but, you know, these are just cheapy readers, by the way. Like, literally like $5, $10 readers that you get from CVS, but, so, I have very bad eyesight. Let me clean these. I've always had bad eyes. I am like super myopic. And I have astigmatism. I'm like 2800, so I'm told. They don't do it that way. They don't gauge it that way, like 2800. So that's how far away I am from 2020. But I wear contacts and I'm pretty good now. I'm like 2020, 25, 2030, something like that. Depends. My astigmatism is bad. But the health of my eyes, forget about it. I got a lot of issues. They may look good, like they're blue. You may not see it here, but they're fucked. All right, so I've had 2 detached retinas. I've had procedures. I had a laser procedure the first time, then I had a buckle put in, the second one. It didn't hold, the laser didn't hold, and then it detached again, and it's a scleral bucket around my eye. But it's good now, I'm good to go. And then this is really weird, I had a detached retina in my right eye too, so that'd be 3. 2 in the left, 1 in the right, and it healed by itself. I didn't do anything. Like, the doctors look at it and they go, holy fuck, your eye healed itself. Which I'm going to do another podcast about the brain, the mind, healing your own body. I'm not fucking around here. This is true shit. I'm not just saying this to be outrageous or throw out. My eye healed itself. Now, that's super unusual. If there's a tear or a detachment in your retina, you got to get it taken care of. Like, immediately. Like, go to the doctor, please. That's not what I'm saying. Whatever reason, it healed by itself. It's a fucking weird one. Anyway, I don't want to talk about eyes. I want to talk about fucking stupid Donald Trump. Okay, so Donald Trump, the bar has been lowered so much. I'm not even going to talk about his character or his policies and all this. I'm just going to talk about the stupid Donald Trump. Donald Trump is below, I would say, when you think about the whole population, there are a lot of dumb fuckers in this country, right? 300 million, and it is true, about 70% of the people in this country. I don't want to be mean, but it's the truth. There are a lot of dumb fuckers walking around. And I mean people with jobs, with real jobs, and they're dumb as fuck. All right, so I was going to say Trump is below average. I don't know, but he's not. He's obviously not a fucking scholar. He reads at 3rd grade level. He doesn't, he doesn't read at all. Donald Trump, I've read all his biographies, has never read a book in his life. I kid you not. The man, the president of the United States, has never read a book in its entirety. Has never read a book in its entirety, ever. 2 responses. He says, the Bible I've read, and he's full of shit. About that. And by the way, most people have not read the Bible in its entirety, right? All 73 books, new and old, everything. I gotta be honest. I almost have. Almost. All right? It's a tough one. But even me, I'm a guy who reads all the time. I read everything. And I have not read everything. I've read most of it, like 99% of it. There's little bits and pieces I have to go back because it's fucking hard. Numbers and Deuteronomy and Leviticus, the laws, it's like so fucking hard to read. But anyway, listen, I digress. That's a problem with me. I fucking all over the place, but let me get back here. Okay, so Donald Trump, the bar has been lowered so low that now everyone thinks like, hey man, if this dope could be president, maybe I can. Like, listen, take a look at me. I'm just a regular guy, right? I know I'm pretty smart, I'm well-read and all that. But I'm not, I'm not Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or, Nick Bostrom or Shelley Kagan or Robert Sapolsky, all the super high-level guys. Maybe I am, I don't know. But you know what? I'm just a regular average guy. But I know I'm smarter than Trump. That's not saying a lot, right? So you think of how the bar has been lowered. Like, when I was growing up as a kid, like I was born in '63, and of course I was too young to really see what Kennedy was doing, but history. I'm a history buff. I read history. Kennedy was always my favorite, JFK, and he's so polished, this Harvard guy, and the way he spoke, I was just so enamored with him. I was like, oh, that's perfection. Like, he was on another level. Like, I could never be as smart as JFK. And then going on, like LBJ, I really wasn't a huge fan of LBJ, although, let me just go on. But so Nixon, I hated Nixon, but smart fucking guy. Fucking criminal motherfucker, but smart. And then on. Jimmy Carter, smart guy. And a beautiful human being, by the way, even after his presidency. Going on, you had, all right, Reagan. Reagan, not so much. Although Reagan was not dumb. People said he was a dope and an airhead. No. Reagan, look at his speeches. He had amazing communication skills. True, he had a lot of notes, and he wasn't as smooth as perhaps some other people, like responding spontaneously or off the cuff. But he was a smart guy. He was well-spoken, had great communication skills. You have to say that. So smart. And then you had Bush Sr., and you admire him and all that. And then then Clinton, of course, is fucking genius. That's high level. And it's like, oh, yeah. Like to be president, you have to be smarter than the average person. You have to be, like, way smarter. You don't necessarily have to be the smartest, but you have to be smart, right? There's a lot of delegation. Good people, the presidents, they surround themselves with brilliant people, right? Because you can't know everything. So the first guy you kind of said, like, oh, this guy's not that smart, was George W. Bush. And I'll say this, now looking at this guy, compared to this guy, this orange Trump, W. Bush is a freaking genius, I mean, Donald Trump is dumb. He's a dumb, But W. Bush was like, oh, he would trip over his words and this and that. But still, if you go on YouTube and see when he was governor, he was a lot more smooth. Like, he knows about civics, and politics. He does know that. Now, this guy, 2016, we're at the point where my whole life I thought the president is smarter than me, or ought to be smarter. This is the first time in my life where I could say easily that I am smarter than the president. Like, it's not even close. Like, I could honestly do a better job than the president, of this president. I know I can. I'm smarter, and he's fucking just stupid. I mean, he may know business, like comparing myself to Trump, but maybe he knows business more. He's been in it his whole life. He's a developer. He was not a major player. He's not Robert Moses. I've done many videos on this. He's not a legit businessman, but it's his whole life. He's 72 years old. He's been around other major players, businessmen, developers, and politicians and lawyers his whole life. So he obviously knows more than I do. I'm not even a businessman. But overall, number one, it's a no-brainer. Like, no-brainer, no pun. I'm much smarter than Donald Trump and way more well-read. And I honestly say, and I don't think this is an outrageous statement, I have zero experience in politics. Zero. And I am confident I could say we do a much better job than Donald Trump. If I were running for president, which is a ridiculous statement, I never will run for public office, but if I was, I'm pretty confident I'd do a much better job than this ridiculous orange guy. All right, I'll leave it at that. The title of this video recording is How We've Lowered the Bar. We have a moron as president. Okay. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.